What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel. Welcome back to more NCAA 14 Notre Dame Dynasty back on the channel. That is right, we are back with episode number 3, game number 2, week number 2 of the regular season. And if you guys missed the last episode, make sure you go back and watch it. You guys seem to enjoy it, so we kind of got off to a rough start in week number 1. Johnny Manziel did not play as solid and as dominant as I thought he was going to be, as I thought he was going to play in that first week. He threw 2 interceptions, rushed for 2 touchdowns, but didn't throw any touchdowns. So I'm kind of concerned about his ability. He is our starter, so we're going to have to go with him for the first part of the season, because maybe it's just one bad game. I mean, maybe he's just got to knock the rust off because he hasn't played in a while, so he's back like everybody had to knock the rust off. But our defense, they stepped up in the fourth quarter when it mattered the most, and they stopped the Spartans from scoring, and then we took the lead with Johnny Manziel. He ran in for a second rushing touchdown that would eventually be the winning touchdown. So we ended up coming out with a W against San Jose. So we won week 1, and we moved up 1 spot in the top 25 rankings from 7 to 6. And now we're going up against our rivals, Michigan. The Michigan Wolverines. And if you guys know anything about me, it's that I'm an Ohio State fan. So playing Michigan is fantastic. I want to absolutely dominate this game. I want there to be no possible reason for them to think they can win this game. I don't want them to have any hope in this game. I absolutely despise Michigan football and basketball and the whole state. But mostly Michigan football. So this is kind of a personal game for me. And they chose heads, but it is tails, so we're going to receive because I want to absolutely crush them from start to finish. So hopefully we can get off to a great start with a touchdown on the opening drive of the series. Sammy Watkins is back to return. He gets it in the end zone, has a lot of space to work, and he's brought down after a 30-yard return. And now Johnny Manziel will walk onto the field. This is a huge game. It's a huge top 25 matchup in week number 2. Number 6 versus number 17. We got the big boys out tonight. Johnny Manziel rolls to his left. He has somebody wide open. And it's Jarvis Landry down the middle of the field with a 32-yard reception. That's what Johnny Manziel does. He rolls out of the pocket. He creates some space. He makes some time, gives himself some extra time, and then he finds the open man down the field. Beautiful pass. And now Johnny fighting through. Almost got sacked, but he just had enough speed to get by for a 3-yard rush. That could have been disastrous on play number 2 of the drive. A sack is not what they need to, is not what the Notre Dame Fighting Irish need to take here. Manziel changes the play from the shotgun, telling everybody where to go. Snaps it, rolls to his left. Manziel finds his man, Sammy Watkins, for a first down. Beautiful throw from Johnny Football. And the Fighting Irish are coasting right down the field on this Michigan defense in the early part of this game. Now Manziel from under center. He hands it out to Gurley, his first carry of the night. Todd Gurley. And he gets 6 yards on the carry, but the no huddle is on. Manziel loves to run that no huddle. It works so well into his game plan. Changing the play. Snaps it from under center. Rolls to his right quickly. Fires it to his tight end, Troy Nicholas. And he gets a huge 9-yard catch and a first down. And the Fighting Irish are looking very solid here in the opening series of the game. The Wolverines defense doesn't know what to do. And a handoff to Todd Gurley. He gets smacked to the ground, but he does get 5 yards before that. The Fighting Irish trying to score on the opening possession, something they couldn't do against San Jose. Manziel changes the play, rolls around, and he gets sacked. He's brought down for the first sack of the season, led up by this Notre Dame offensive line. Manziel tried to roll around. He rolled too close to the line of scrimmage, and he got pulled down by a Michigan defensive lineman. So it's 3rd down and 8. He rolls. He finds Mike Evans. Evans tripped up, and he brought down for a 4-yard catch. He ran into his own player. And it looks like Notre Dame is going to try and kick a field goal here. Are they actually going to kick the field goal, or will they call a timeout here and change it? The field goal is up, and it is good. Will Lutz sinks his first field goal of the season. And it's a 3-0 Notre Dame lead. And now the defense for the Fighting Irish come out onto the field, along with the Michigan offense here for the first time. Devin Gardner drops back to pass, and it's a flag on the first play. It's going to be roughing the passer. Not a way to start the drive. Ryan Shazier gets called for roughing the passer on the very first play of the game. That's how physical this rivalry game is. That's how much it means. People are willing to take big risks in this game just to try and hurt each other. And Gardner throws a quick pass, but that one is incomplete as well. Good coverage by the corners of Notre Dame. Gardner steps back in the pocket. He's trying to run. He gets some space. Devin Gardner gets brought down hard, but not before he gets 8 yards on the carry. That looked like a design quarterback run. But it's 3rd and 2. Can the Notre Dame defense stand tall here and stop the Wolverines? He pulls it back. Did he get the first down? No. Thomas Rawls is denied a first down. And the defense from Notre Dame comes through in the end. Manziel back on the field for the second drive of the game for Notre Dame. He snaps it, rolls around, finds Troy Nicholas, and Troy Nicholas down the field, breaking tackles past the 40-yard line, 42. What a play. Absolutely crazy. Manziel now hurries up to the line, hands it to Todd Gurley. He breaks one tackle, rolling ahead, and he falls forward for 10 yards, 2nd down and inches, just barely not getting that first down. And now under a minute to go in the first quarter, Manziel runs the no-huddle once again, checking the play at the line, telling his receivers where to go. Snaps it. Fake handoff. He rolls out. He finds Troy Nicholas, and it's a first down toe tap from Troy Nicholas. A little bit of that toe drag swag, baby. Manziel with a beautiful throw. Nicholas with a beautiful catch. And it's a first down for the Fighting Irish. Ooh, but it's going to be a booth review. They don't think he got a little bit of that toe drag swag. Here it is. There's the catch. And there's one foot that dragged, but was that left foot touching the out-of-bounds marker? It's going to be reversed. He stepped out of bounds before he touched the ground with the other foot. So that play is brought back. That was a huge play that Troy Nicholas had that just got called back. That is upsetting. But Todd Gurley does get the first down on 3rd down and inches, and he gets 10 yards in total on that play. 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Notre Dame is in full control of this game. Michigan doesn't know what to do with themselves right now. They can't counteract the tight ends of Notre Dame. And Todd Gurley, fighting off tackles, gets 11 yards and another first down for Notre Dame. Manziel up to the line again, under center. He snaps it, tosses it to Gurley. Gurley trying to break a tackle, but he gets smacked in the face, and he's brought down for no gain on the play. Thomas Gordon is the one to just dive right at him and bring him down. So it's 2nd down and 10, but that will start the second quarter as the first quarter ends 3-0 Notre Dame on top. Second down and 10 now. Notre Dame trying to get into red zone territory here. The snap. Manziel rolls to the left, has to throw across his body, finds Amari Cooper. Down to the 10, the 8-yard line for Amari Cooper. What a throw from Johnny Manziel. Talk about difficult throws. You're not going to find a much more difficult throw than that one. He was running to his left, had to throw across his body and put enough power on it to get it to Cooper. That is a difficult throw only a few people can make. Manziel changes the play at the line. Steps back to the shotgun. Will we see the first receiving touchdown of the season by a Notre Dame receiver? Manziel throws it, and it's Sammy Watkins for a touchdown, Notre Dame. They go up 9-0 on Michigan here in the second quarter. Johnny Manziel with an absolute rocket to Sammy Watkins. And Will Lutz puts it through the extra point. It's 10-0. Notre Dame lead here. 4:34 to go in the half. Devin Gardner steps up to the line. Hands it off to Rawls. Thomas Rawls contacted by Shazier, and he loses a yard on the rush. Ryan Shazier stopping Thomas Rawls in his tracks. Look at the defensive coverage on that one. Terrific defense. That's why we're the number 6 team in the country. And Gardner in the shotgun now. He snaps it, hands it to Rawls. Rawls can't go anywhere. He loses another yard. Terrific defense. It's outstanding right now. It's 3rd and 13. The Wolverines are in danger of going 3 and out once again. Gardner snaps it, stands in the pocket, in the shotgun, and Sheldon Day's there for his 2nd sack of the season. Sheldon Day. A force to be reckoned with on this Notre Dame defensive line. And it's a 3 and out again for the Wolverines. Manziel back on the field now for the 3rd drive of the game for the Fighting Irish. He's in the shotgun, empty backfield. He drops back, fires it quickly. Odell Beckham Jr. with the catch, rolling around trying to get a first down, gets 9 yards on the reception. 2nd down and 1. And now the no-huddle offense in effect here early in this game. Manziel quickly fires it. Mike Evans with a huge catch up the middle. What a rocket from Johnny Manziel. Trying to get that pass in there quickly to Mike Evans before the safety dropped down and knocked that away. Thomas Gordon already with 6 tackles on the game. Manziel rolls back in the pocket, finds Odell Beckham Jr. wide open in the middle of the end zone, and it's another Notre Dame touchdown. 16-0. And Will Lutz steps back to put this extra point up and through right down the middle. It's 17-0 Notre Dame. And this is how it should have been last week against San Jose State. The Wolverines with 1 yard of total offense in this game coming out for their 3rd drive. They haven't been able to muster much, but they finally get a big run for a first down with Thomas Rawls, their first big play of the game. And Thomas Rawls, 11 yards on 4 carries. Maybe this is the start of something for the Wolverines. Can they start to build some momentum? They definitely need to try. Devin Gardner hasn't been able to hit his mark at all. And a handoff again to Rawls. This seemed to be their offense. Shazier comes up behind him and brings him down, but not before he gets 16 yards on the carry. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. Just keep handing off to Thomas Rawls. Seems to be their game plan. Devin Gardner now in the I formation under center. He snaps it, drops back in the pocket, Fires it out of bounds. Wild incomplete pass. 0 for 3 for Devin Gardner. 2nd down and 10 now for the Wolverines. What can Michigan do here trying to get any momentum? And Stephon Tuitt was in the backfield, but not before Gardner got the pass off. And Jeremy Gallen down to deep Notre Dame territory, 30-yard line to be exact. And Devin Gardner stood in the pocket, knew he was going to get hit and get hit hard, and he did. But he stepped back, he stepped into the throw, and he got the pass off. Tremendous throw. And now Gardner going to take it and run. CJ Mosley gets blocked in the back, but it's not called, and Gardner's pushed out of bounds after getting an 18-yard rush. So the Wolverines starting to build a drive together. They are definitely building some momentum here. They are in red zone territory down in probably the 12-yard line, it looks like. 12 or 11. And Gardner hands it to Rawls. Shazier comes behind, slows down Rawls, and Prince Shembo brings him down. 1:51 to go, and the Wolverines call their first time out of the half. From the 9-yard line, 2nd down and 8. What do the Wolverines have in store? Sheldon Day trying to get that interception. Oh! Almost picked off. Stephon Tuitt may have made the play of the season right there if he would have picked that off. He had green grass in front of him. He could have tried to take it to the house, but it just goes off his hands. That's why he's a defensive lineman. But it is 3rd and 8, still from the 9. Gardner rolls around, gets away, but he gets shoelace tackled, saving a touchdown there. That was a tremendous tackle. It's 4th and 5, holding them to a field goal. And the field goal is up and good. Wasting as much time as they can, bringing the clock down to 1:03 left. There's 59 seconds left on the clock in this half, but the way that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish have been moving up and down this field, that may be all the time they need. Manziel rolls around to the left. He has to fire it in. It's caught by Troy Nicholas, and it's a 1st down. I don't know how Manziel put that through. How did he thread the needle like that? That was crazy. I thought it was incomplete. But Manziel is 11 for 12, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns through the air. He is definitely playing much better. He must have heard the criticism. And Manziel's going to take off and run. Johnny Manziel, he fumbles it. Gordon has it. And he steps out of bounds. Johnny Manziel fumbles the football. He tried to take off and get some extra yards. He fought for something that he shouldn't have. He should have just dove to the ground or went out of bounds or something. But he fumbles the football, and Michigan has a chance to come back in this game. Gardner from under center, jots back, but then steps up and runs. He takes a big hit, and he goes down. 2nd down and 4 now. 41 seconds in the half. Michigan with 1 timeout. They got to go almost half the field to get a touchdown, but maybe they can just get a field goal here. 36 seconds and a 1st down. Jeremy Gallen on the reception. No huddle offense here for the Wolverines. Motions a tight end. Snaps it. Gardner jots back. Gardner steps around, rolls to the right. He's going to take off and run. Devin Gardner gets sandwiched and brought down after a 6-yard carry. 2nd down and 4. The clock is running 19 seconds. Quick snap. Gardner dropping back again. He's going to run again. Devin Gardner stopped by Russell after a 5-yard carry. They do have that 1 timeout in their pocket. They're trying to get as close to the field goal marker as they can. If not, get a touchdown. 8 seconds. Can we hold him? Keep him up. Oh, tried to keep him on his feet for 4 seconds. But we brought him down, so there's going to get another field goal, and then they're going to get the possession. So it turns out that turnover might come back and haunt us here later in this game. And the field goal is up and good. But there is 1 second on the clock, so can some magic happen? 1 second remaining. Can there be some sort of miracle and Notre Dame get any sort of points? They'd have to get a touchdown. Manziel snaps it after changing the play. He rolls around, rolls to the left. He's going to take off and run. Johnny Manziel trying to get those yards back after the fumble. He runs out of bounds, and that's how the second half, or the first half, will end. The start of this third quarter, 17-6 is the score. Michigan has the ball to start it off. Gardner drops back to run again. And Devin Gardner using his legs as a big weapon here as of late in this game. At the end of the second quarter and the start of this third quarter, Devin Gardner has been all the offense. Doing it with his legs here. And maybe the Notre Dame defense needs to adjust. And now they hand off to Rawls. Thomas Rawls fighting for extra yards. Gets down after a 4-yard carry. 2nd down and 6 now for the Wolverines. Almost got Stephen to it to go offside, but Thomas Rawls breaks off one tackle and brought down after a 2-yard carry. 3rd down and 4 now for the Wolverines. Can Michigan keep this momentum up? The Notre Dame defense trying to get the crowd hyped. And they stop him. They went for the fullback sneak. And Joe Carriage does not go anywhere. The defense was ready for anything. And they stopped him. So a fullback run stops the Wolverines in their tracks and forces a turnover, and now Notre Dame gets their first possession of the second half, and Johnny Manziel continues this hot streak through the air, and there is a flag on the play. It's going to be a face mask on Amari Cooper, and that's just going to add on those extra yards. Johnny Manziel is dicing up this Wolverines defense through the air. And with 3:15 to go in the third quarter, Manziel is eyeing that end zone for another passing touchdown. Hands off to Todd Gurley on the next play after the penalty, 47 yards, 7 carries for Todd Gurley in this game. Not as dominant as he was in game number 1, but the passing game seems to be working more in this game. So Coach Juice has changed his offense, and Manziel has to find a rollout, and Amari Cooper with a one-handed catch. He brings it into his body, tightly covered by a Wolverines corner, and Johnny Manziel makes magic happen on that play. He rolls out of the pocket to the right, throws sideways off balance off his back foot, and somehow makes that pass work. And now this play finds Mike Evans on a slant route up the middle for 15 yards. Absolute domination so far in this game. Manziel under center. The snap, the handoff to Todd Gurley. Gurley breaking off tackles, falling forward down at the 1-yard line. Almost got a rushing touchdown there. Just couldn't do it. It's 2nd down and goal. Gonna run the same offense, but the Wolverines are ready for that. So Manziel sees that. He changes the play. Snap. Quick throw. Eric Ebron. Touchdown, Notre Dame. 23-6 is your score before the extra point. Will Lutz back to kick it. And it's up and right down the middle. It's 24-6 late in this third quarter. And Johnny Manziel with 3 passing touchdowns. After a pretty good kick returns, the Wolverines are in a pretty good starting field position here. Johnny Manziel, though, 3 passing touchdowns in this game. He heard the criticisms. He heard all the critics saying that he wasn't good enough to be the starting quarterback for this all-star Notre Dame team. So he came out here with a chip on his shoulder, and he's ready to prove something. Devin Gardner under center, snaps it, hands it off to Thomas Rawls. He fights off a tackle and gets past the defensive line up to a 1st down marker. 11 yards is the total on the carry, and it's a 1st down for the Wolverines. Next play here, Gardner drops back. He's going to run again. He trips over his offensive lineman, only gets 4 yards on the play. Devin Gardner is running a lot in this game. 2nd down and 6, now under a minute to go in the third quarter. Michigan's got to do something here before the fourth quarter so they can get some sort of points on the board to try and come back. They're down multiple scores, so they gotta get something here on this drive. 3rd and 3, Gardner in the I formation. He snaps it, hands it, is the pitch to Green, and Prince Shembo was there. He was not fooled, and Derek Green gets 1 yard lost on the play. They tried the pitch to the running back, and Prince Shembo was not fooled. 5 seconds to go in this third quarter. Notre Dame up 24-6 and cruising. And Todd Gurley with a huge carry up past the first down marker and 14 yards total. Big carry for Todd Gurley, 70 yards on the night with 9 carries. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. It's 24-6. Notre Dame leads. Final quarter of play. 5 minutes to go in this game. And Notre Dame is on cruise control right now. Quick throw rolling out to the right. It's Mike Evans. He falls down after a 9-yard carry brought down by Avery. 2nd down and 1. Manziel 16 of 17. 219 through the air and 3 passing touchdowns. He has come to play today. And he rolls to the left. He finds Troy Nicholas. He shrugs off a tackle and carries it up the field down to the 40. Maybe the 40. The 41 to be exact. Johnny Manziel. He heard the critics and he had a chip on his shoulder. He has shown up today and it's a wide open Amari Cooper for his 4th passing touchdown of the day. Johnny Football is dominating. A wide open Amari Cooper streaking down the sideline, and Manziel finds him. And Will Lutz puts the extra point up and through. 31-6. It's an absolute dogging. 4:16 to go in this game, and Michigan, they are trying to get some sort of confidence back in their team, some sort of dignity back in this team, because Devin Gardner is only 4 of 8 passing for 40 yards. He's done more with his legs than he's done with his arm, which is how Devin Gardner plays. But against a defense like this, you're going to have to change up what you do to try anything to win. And the Fighting Irish know that this is the start of a little bit of a grinder of a season, a little bit of a grinder of a stretch in the season here. They got 3 top 25 matchups coming up. This is the first one of it. So they know that they have to play at the top of their game if they want to be able to step up and play against the top of the NCAA. And a nice pass to Green. C.J. Mosley's there to bring him down, but he gets a first down before he's brought down. Gardner had a lot of time to throw there. The defensive line could not break the offensive line. Gardner moves his fullback, steps back, and hands it off. And it's a trip-up tackle. Justice Hayes falls out of bounds after a 4-yard carry. 2:46 to go. The clock is running. 2:41 now. Not much time for these Wolverines to mount a comeback. Motioning another receiver. Gardner drops back. Huge step drop back. He runs. He has some space. Russell brings him down along with a couple other Notre Dame defensive backs. And Devin Gardner is proving very difficult with his legs. He's a hard man to bring down. But if he's the only offense that they have, then it's going to be an easy day. And it seems like it was. He steps back and drops again. Stephon Tuitt misses the tackle, and Marcus Peters is there to touch him. Stephon Tuitt missed the sack. He had a chance at it. He slipped down. And now there's under 2 minutes to go in the game. The Wolverines trying desperately to get any sort of dignity back. Prince Shembo misses the sack, and it's thrown away incomplete. A lot of pressure. Prince Shembo was one of the ones who was on the pressure of Devin Gardner. 0 for 5 on third downs for the Wolverines. That's crazy. This defense has showed up on third downs when it matters the most. Gardner. And there's the first completed third down of the day. The announcer's curse. It works on anything. Now they're 1 for 6 on third downs, and they're down to the 3-yard line. First and goal. Can they get any points to bring their dignity back a little bit? And they hand it off to Green, and Green brought down, but he's in the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Michigan Wolverines. A little bit of consolation points right there. 31-12, and after this extra point, it will be 31-13 with 1:36 to go. Did they breathe new life into their team? They're going for an onside kick here, and it's brought up by Landon Collins, and he returns it a little bit, actually. First down and 10. Tremendous field position. Was that the last gasp of hope for the Wolverines? And you know what Manziel's got in mind here? He's going to just run the clock out and get us to next week. Who cares if it doesn't look pretty? Third down and 6. Manziel empty backfield. He snaps it. He drops back. Manziel has to run around a little bit here. Fires it quickly, and it's picked off by Taylor. The Wolverines, with under a minute to go, Manziel tries to find anybody open. He looks for Sammy Watkins, and Taylor undercuts the route and picks it off. 3 interceptions now in 2 games for Johnny Football. But he does have 4 passing touchdowns in this game, so it kind of counteracts it. And Michigan, do they have any sort of time left? 48 seconds, is that enough? Is 48 seconds enough to get any more points? Make it seem like it was closer than it was. Prince Shembo was there to affect it, and C.J. Mosley gets the ball right back for the Fighting Irish. Prince Shembo was at the feet of Devin Gardner, and he caused him to throw it a little softer than what he wanted, a little less accurate than he wanted, and C.J. Mosley gets the ball back. The first interception of the season for anybody on the Notre Dame team. This is a rivalry game, so Notre Dame has worked it down to almost the goal line, trying to get any sort of points just to rub it in the face of the Wolverines, and they do. Manziel throws his 5th touchdown of the night. Troy Nicholas on the reception, and they just rub it in the faces of their hated rivals, the Michigan Wolverines, with 1 second left, rubbing salt in the wound. Absolute, utter domination shown by the Fighting Irish here tonight in front of their home fans. Johnny Manziel, he did throw that 1 interception, but you can't really hold that against him. And definitely beat a rival school here. Play of the game was the streaking down the field of Amari Cooper for the touchdown. That was a huge play. Fans are excited. They get to go home happy here tonight. Absolute domination from the Fighting Irish here, showing why they are the best team in the country. Manziel came out with a chip on his shoulder, and he crushed that chip right off. He is the player of the game with 5 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, but he absolutely killed it. It looks like Purdue has fallen out of the top 25, so the stretch of top 25 games is not going to be as difficult now. But Notre Dame does move up 1 more spot in the rankings this week, in week number 3. Ohio State's still number 1. Stanford is 2. Texas A&M is 3, with 1 first place vote, actually. Clemson moves up to number 4 from 5, and we obviously move up from 6 to 5. Michigan was 17 in the rankings, and they fall down to 23 after that loss. I kind of feel bad for Ole Miss. They are 25 in the country, and they are 2-0, and they're still behind 2 one-loss teams. They do have number 10 Texas coming up though, so that's going to be a big test for Ole Miss. We're going to do a little bit of upgrading real quick before the end of this video. Let's do a little bit of lockout, or a little bit of locksmith, I should say. There we go. Juice, head coach Juice is up to level 3 now, as he has a 2-0 record here in the start of his coaching career. I do want to check the Heisman race just before we go, just to make sure that everything is up and up. Now we do have a little bit of movement here. It says Johnny Manziel is the in the Heisman race. He is not in the Heisman race. This is the original Johnny Manziel, but he is a 40 overall. But it's just because you know how when you start up a career, the Heisman watch is like all the top players and stuff. So Johnny Manziel was the best player at the start of his career, but it hasn't registered yet. That's why he's dropping down right now, and it says that he's injured. So that's why he's dropping down right now. So he won't be in the race very long. Hopefully our Johnny Manziel will be in the race coming up soon if he keeps having games like that with 5 touchdowns in one game. But we look like we play, yeah, they fell out of the top 25 because they're 0-2. That's why they are not in the top 25 anymore. But in the next episode, we will play Purdue away from home. We have to go to Indiana and play Purdue. But that is going to be the end of the episode. This for the end of the episode for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button while you're down there. It takes a few seconds, if that, and it really just helps me out. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in episode number 4. See ya!